Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Anthony Jordan here. Yeah, I'm back. I've been running. Hopefully you see it. Right. This interview is, as Pam mentioned, special. Very special. Even for me, it has a sentimental value because the first time I picked up a mic, this young lady happened to have been there. So I'm very honoured to be able to take the mic and have a chance to interview her right now. The one and only Miss Jade-Marie. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm very good, yes.
Right. Some people are saying this face looks a bit familiar. Would you like to?
My face?
Yes.
Well,
where would they recognise you from?
Can I say?
Yeah, please do.
I'm my mother's daughter, Pamela Joseph.
Aha! I didn't want to let the cat out the bag. I didn't want to let the cat out the bag. Ah, indeed.
Yes.
Honour to have you, Jane.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, a star in your own right.
Yes.
You've done stage, TV work, everything for yourself. Tell us, how did the whole journey begin for yourself?
It began when I was 3 years old. My mum said that I was watching a film, Shirley Temple was on it, and I said to my mum, I want to do that.
Okay.
So then my mum actually took me kind of seriously. She put me into stage school at 5. And from there I carried on. I went to Sylvia Young, 12, and then Tricycle Theatre at 19, and I just carried on. I never stopped.
Well done.
And I mean, acting is hard. So
Yeah, no, it is. I believe that.
people fall out of it after a while because they feel like they're not. Like Nicki Minaj was an actress, and Nicki Minaj actually said she stopped doing it because she wasn't getting nowhere in a good amount of time, so she went to rapping.
That I didn't know.
Yeah.
But well done. I mean, seeing your work, I know it's there. You've got that talent, so it's there. Again, what made you want to keep? I think if with those challenges, I mean, Nicki Minaj gave up, but you stuck at it.
Because I love and I can't do literally anything else. So that's it. If it's not acting, it will be something creative anyway. So it'll be photography or filmmaking. I do filmmaking anyway. But acting's always been my first love. I can't imagine my life without it. I act literally every day, even at home, I'm doing something. So, I mean, there's no way I would stop. There's no way. People have asked me, and I'm like, no. Morgan Freeman didn't stop, and he made it in his, I'm sure, his big old 50s, man.
And everyone loves Morgan. Morgan's the voice. Morgan is the man. So that is a very good
That's
point.
almighty right there, yeah, man. So, I mean, yeah, you can't stop. It will come eventually, at some point.
But, I mean, okay, you say it will come eventually. May I? I'm putting that up there for you guys to see it, right? A Woman's World.
Yes.
That was a monologue. That's
man.
serious. That is, I mean, one, to be picked to do that is one thing. So that, I mean, that shows the talent that you've got. But I mean, I've never acted, so don't quote me on this.
Yeah.
But if you're doing a normal play, a film, anything, if you forget your lines, you might have someone to like support you.
Yeah, kind of,
Yeah,
I know
you've
what
got
you mean.
something.
Yeah.
Here you are, on your own, to the crowd. What is that experience like?
It is absolutely terrifying. Nah, man, my anxiety went through the roof. Like Mum could tell you, I many times I said I'm gonna have to pull out. I said I can't do it. There's no way. I asked, I can't do that role. It's this, that, and the other. And I just said, oh, do you know what? Just try. When you get on the stage, do you know what? I think the fact that it was a smaller crowd was worse. Because they're on top of you, and I can hear, and I can feel, I can see everything, but I'm obviously not looking at them. I'm over there, but they're right on top of me. But it's an experience that I will never forget. I will never do it again.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. But afterwards, when you do the performance and you get off, it's like, jeez, I did that, and I think I murdered it, and I made people cry. I made people connect with her. By the way, she's a character that has, what can I say, schizophrenia, multiple personality disorder, and obviously she's suicidal and whatnot. I mean, she was abandoned by her parents, and it just kind of, she just couldn't take it. She went mad. And yeah, we're turning it into a short film.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so, yeah. I would, yeah.
I mean, okay, there's 2 points I want to hit on that. Point one, you said you wouldn't do it again, but I mean, you toured with it. So that was, you know, I mean, that's really good in itself. So you've really carried on that character. In terms of not doing a monologue again, is it based on having to get into a zone of a character like that, or monologues in general?
Monologues in general.
Okay.
Yeah. That was hard enough as it is, but I just wouldn't do that again. It's too much for me. I think some actors can do it and go for it if you can, but for me, nah. I'm more of an ensemble piece. My other actors there, and I maybe even do it like a duo, whatever. But me on my own, nah, I don't think so. I'm saying that now. I'm only 26. I mean, when I'm 30 odd or 40 odd, I might be like, yeah, I'll do it again. I've done it before. But right now, nah.
I nearly cut the interview. Right? Maybe when I'm 30. You see how I bigged her up at first, you know? All right, we'll let it slip. Maybe when I'm... Anyway. Okay, no, all right. No, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's something you've tried. It may come back, but at the moment... I suppose it's like even with music. People can have different genres, but they've got an angle they lean to.
Yeah.
And in terms of acting, you found something that you may not lean to as much. I mean, it's there. But again... as you said, you murdered it. You knocked it out of the park. I've seen the footage myself. It's powerful. So, you know, in that respect, congratulations to you again, you know. So tell us, after that, what happened next for yourself?
I took a break.
That's
said-
impactful.
Sorry to be, sorry, Mum, but I said F this, man. I'm going to take a couple of months here. This was in April. So it's August now. That's more than a couple of months. I've just started doing acting again now. So, and that's the first time I've ever taken a break that long, because I was genuinely, on a real note, I was genuinely going a bit doolally.
I can understand that. I mean, once you start talking rehearsals, performance after performance, time after time, for as long as you did, it's got to leave a lasting impression. I think they've said that about many of the greats. I mean, if we go back to... Morgan Freeman's a great. Stuff like a method actor like Daniel Day-Lewis, who takes those kind of breaks because it takes, you go into the zone. Yeah.
It takes a lot out of you. And, I mean, she was a very twisted person. So I'm not trying to put anything on people that have mental health. She was a bit more exaggerated than your normal mental health person. But, I mean, because of that, obviously, I'll be sitting at home or wherever, and I'll just start rocking back and forth like that. And I'd be like, what are you doing? And I mean, these are the things that I just said to myself, do you know what? 'Cause I really tried to immerse myself into her. And I said, do you know what, Jay, take a break. You need it. I went to Jamaica. I came back last week, Monday, for Dream Weekend.
Okay.
That was lit. And yeah, I needed that. So now that I'm back, I'm going to start focusing on, obviously, my acting again, and also filmmaking again.
Interesting. So, again, going into filmmaking, is this the first project that we're going to see from yourself in terms of filmmaking?
This might have to be put on hold for now, but this would have been the first. But my first one, my own, is a script I've written. It's called Changes, and it's about, like, 3 guys talking about gang culture. But not in the way that we see in general. It's about, why are black boys and girls even being looked at in a certain light, and it's shedding perspective on that. So it's a very short, like 5 minutes, but it's powerful. I mean, it got shortlisted for a scratch play to be done at the Southwark Playhouse, and that was like my first script I've written. So I'll be working on that coming. Should be out hopefully next year.
Congratulations. Now, we talk shortlisted. We have to also talk nominations. Yes, the Buff Award nominated. I should have introed. The Buff Award nominated Jade-Marie. Yes. What role was that for, and how did you feel being nominated?
Yeah, that was for a role I did in Morning Glory. I played the role of Tanya, and she was this girl about to go into the army. It's about her and her best friend, and basically her mum commits suicide. She lives with her auntie, or her nan, it's her aunt. And she's telling her best friend, look, I'm leaving soon. and obviously it's like an emotional thing there, but at the end she kind of breaks down into this monologue and is telling her friend that, you know, where was you when my mum killed herself in front of me by jumping on the train tracks and all of that. Yeah, so yeah, I got the nomination for that. And when I found out, I was on the train with my mum, and then I think I screamed. My mum was like, "What is it?" And I was like, "Mum, don't do that, don't. I've been nominated, And then she was like, "Oh, I don't right, yeah, great, but calm down. But no, that was...
Do you know what?
That was sick. It's my first nomination. No, it isn't.
Congrats.
No, it isn't. My second.
Excusez-moi. That's big. That's big.
Yeah. But this is my first major one. That was my first.
Do you know what? Major, minor, recognition.
Recognition
Is the key thing, and that's where, like, when you talked about getting that break. All right, we all know Hollywood. We all know like the big silver screen. But that's each step there is that improvement.
Yeah.
And from the fact that you can say you've gone from a minor to a major, with all respect to the first nomination, that's progress in itself.
Yeah, and I mean, British Urban Film Festival is major. I mean, they bring in films that other film festivals may not show, and Emmanuel, the guy who's the founder, he just supports a lot of work, because I mean, I've done stuff with them before, and he's just such a lovely guy, and so yeah, to be nominated, I mean, honestly, that was just amazing for me. Like you said, recognition of my talent and what I've been working hard for.
No, great stuff. I love that. So, with all the nominations, the plays, the film, when's the film likely to be out?
Which one?
Your film.
Probably, yeah, say summer next year, maybe.
Big stuff. No, that's good. So, apart from the filmmaking, what's next for Jade-Marie?
It's just kind of, I'm trying to slowly rebrand myself. I'm trying to move, I wouldn't say into the world of fashion like that, like a model, but it's going into more like, fashions and like what's on trend and stuff like that. Obviously, aside acting's always the first. So yeah, it's just kind of moving forward and just establishing those grounds and just, yeah, man.
I like it.
Relate to me as well.
I like that. Just a little test here. If I gave you the mic and you said, "Welcome to the Lifestyle Show."
Oh, I can't. Welcome to the Lifestyle Show with Jade-Marie Joseph.
Pam, you've been replaced. I think that works. 2 against 1. Anyway, so while we're on the subject, getting onto it, if anyone wanted to see more of your work, get in contact. Actually, before we get in that, talking of contact, what advice would you give to any young budding film writer, filmmaker, or actress out there? What advice would you like to give them?
I would say just to keep going. I mean, any direction is the right direction. And don't let people kind of put you off. Because, I mean, the people have told me before, oh, you know, when are you going to kind of find a real job? What's the real job? I mean, don't we go to the cinema? Don't we watch films?
Thank you.
So if everyone listened to that, then how could we go to the cinema? Doesn't make sense. So, I mean, I would just say keep going. And there's always ways of finding auditions. Obviously, Spotlight, Mandy Network, there's Facebook groups. They're out there, man. So I'll just say keep looking at it and get to know more people in the business. The more contacts you have, the more they're gonna bring you into their projects and stuff like that.
Okay, that's big stuff. Thank you very much. Well, once again, as I was about to go for it before, would you like to give any social networks out there for anyone to get in contact with you?
My Instagram is @Jade_Titch. Is that right? Yes, it is. My Snapchat is Titch357. And my Facebook is Jade-Marie Joseph. Jade-Marie Joseph.
Perfect. And finally, would you like to call us off to a break?
Okay. So, yeah, Mum, I'm replacing you now, and I'm Jade-Marie Joseph, and we'll see you back in 2.
Bye, Pam.